Questa è musica certificata.
I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life and realise there's no need to smile. I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life and realise there's no need to smile. Mummy raised a decent child, but the streets corrupted me. Now we got a marriage even though I don't love the streets. Came up the hard way, I used to hug the streets. I was trying to make enough money to live comfortably. I did some things that I regret. Met a load of people that I wish I never met. I was sitting in the pen, I had to ride free. I watched the paedophile go home after 9 weeks. Now where's the logic in that? It don't make sense. Persecute me when I'm only trying to pay rent. And I don't understand how shotters get 3 times longer than the nonsense. This shit's bonkers. Guilty conscience, still trying to live comfortably. Cause I'm tired of the fuckery. But I'm round the right people now, they got me on a different path. So all you haters can come and kiss my ass. I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life and realise there's no need to smile. I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life and realise there's no need to smile.
I weren't born this way, life's just a fucking bitch. My papa died when I was 3 and left my mother pissed. My bigger sister kicked aunties and my uncle slipped. My bigger brother sniffed, that's the only one we ditched. We kicked out of town, mum was on the run from feds. Sleeping on the sofa car, we never had no dough for beds. Never had no dough for rent, now we going back to ends. The first lesson that I learned, you don't rely on friends. My pain go back, way before I touched the roads. My mother's boyfriend was black, so my family moaned. We kinda got the zone, living in a broken home. Me and him was cool, they was at each other's throats. I was on the grind from young, little young and in the zone. Had my mama asking how the fuck I'm bringing money home. Only got a couple man around me, yeah, I'm on my own. I don't really see no other option, man, I gotta blow.
I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life and realise there's no need to smile. I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life and realise there's no need to smile. I'm a product of my environment, you want it, I'm supplying it. These rappers trying to sell you dreams, I ain't buying them. I'm trying to sell seats at the O2. If I put in the work, I know I'm gonna go through. See what you niggas are doing now, that's old school. I'm trying to go global, mummy raised no fool. A stress-free day, it's been a while. Look at my life, you realise there's no need to smile.
Look at my life, you realise there's no need to smile. You can't relate if you ain't hustling to feed your child. We ain't the same if you don't know about an empty mouth. Just a TV and a sofa in an empty house. Never judge a book by its cover. Never throw a jab if your hook doesn't follow. Throw it in the bag if you stacked up your dollars. Certified banks, gassed off a profit.
I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life, you realise there's no need to smile. I weren't born this way, mummy raised a decent child. A product of my environment, blood, the streets are wild. They're giving shutters longer in jail than the pedophiles. Look at my life, you realise there's no need to smile.
Questa è musica certificata.